Good morning, friends. This is our last day of literacy circle in the pre-K 3s. You will all be in VPK next year. Well, most of you will be. Some of you will be returning to the pre-K 3s. Christian, you get another year with Miss Gould. Yay! Let's start with our listening rules. Eyes are watching, ears are listening, body is calm, and voice is quiet. When we're in class, though, we actually sing the song. We are continuing to review letters D and letter P. D says da, P says pa. So you can listen to the Jack Hartman letter sound song today with your family. Maybe you've already listened to that. You'll be getting lots of Jack Hartman next year too. This is our last day for our poem, Great Expectations. It's time to say goodbye. Our year has come to an end. We've made some cherished memories with all our preschool friends. We've watched each other learn and grow and change from day to day. We hope that all the things we've done will help us along the way. So it's with happy memories we all go out the door with great hope and expectations for what next year holds in store. Yesterday you started making a memory book. I had sent the template to your parents under assignments, and today you will be finishing your preschool memory book to keep with you. If we were at school, we would have made it there too, but I think your friends would have all been autographing it for you. We just can't do that this year because of the COVID-19. And we also would have had an end of the year celebration today. Oh my, I guess we'll just all celebrate together reading Rainbow Fish. Rainbow Fish, Spike, and the Substitute. And you all know what it is to have a substitute. We've had a few of those this last year. Based on the best-selling books by Marcus Pfister. This is about, oh, what if your teacher can't be at school one day and you have a substitute? Rainbow Fish, Spike, and the Substitute. Spike and Rainbow Fish raced to school. Today was the best day of the week. It was show and tell day. That's when you bring something to school and you share it with your friends and talk about it. All the fish in Miss Cuddle's class loved show and tell. It was a chance to share their treasures with their friends. It means the awesome things that they have. Spike could not wait. He had found something extra special to show his friends. It was a piece of coral shaped like a fish. Look at that. It does look like a fish. And what is that? And that. It's a sunken boat. Or a sunken ship and an anchor. Attention, Miss Cuddle called. It is time to settle down and start our day. Everyone did. Ooh, that's an awesome class. They're all listening. Spike did his best to listen. But all he could think about was his great piece of coral. He just could not wait to show it off. He was excited. Quietly, Spike picked up his piece of coral and showed it to Rainbow Fish. Soon the two little fish forgot all about Miss Cuddle's lesson. Spike, said Miss Cuddle, please put that away. We have work to do. Oh, how was he feeling? Spike quickly put the coral away. Paying attention was not easy. Spike could not resist taking out the coral again. Spike, you will have to wait for show and tell like everyone else, Miss Cuddle said. You better be careful, said Rainbow Fish. Miss Cuddle only gives 3 chances. You do not want your coral to end up in the treasure chest. She must put it in the treasure chest and they don't get it back. That's different than our kind of treasure box, where we get treasures. Spike knew this was true, but just before recess, Spike thought to himself, Miss Cuddle will not mind if I take a quick look at my coral. But Miss Cuddle did mind. Spike, you know the rules. This is the 3rd time that I've asked you to put that away. Now your treasure goes in the treasure chest. He lost his treasure. The rest of the day passed very slowly for Spike. He listened to the other students talk about their treasures. Spike wanted his coral back. He was not sad. He was mad. Later, Spike told Rainbow Fish, Miss Cuddle is mean. That was not fair. I wish she was not our teacher. Be careful what you wish for, warned Rainbow Fish. She's saying, be careful what you say. The next morning, Spike found Miss Kravitz in their cave classroom. What do you think Miss Kravitz is? Which one? All the fish began to talk at once. Why is Mrs. Kravitz here? Asked Rosie. Where's Miss Cuddle? Rainbow Fish asked. Uh-oh, Miss Cuddle must be sick, huh? They have a substitute. Mrs. Kravitz cleared her throat. Settle down, settle down. Miss Cuddle is out sick. I will be your teacher today. I expect you all to behave, she said. Ooh. Everyone was sad that Miss Cuddle was sick. Everyone but Spike. Ooh, what do you think Spike is thinking? Yippee doodles, says Mr. Johnson. Mrs. Kravitz quickly got the class settled down and ready for work. But she wasn't like Miss Cuddle. Mrs. Kravitz was very strict. Mrs. Kravitz yelled all day long. Oh my goodness, I would not want a teacher that yelled. School was not much fun without Miss Cuddle. The class missed their teacher. Spike began to miss his teacher too. He wondered if Miss Cuddle had stayed home because he had misbehaved. The more Spike thought about it, the worse he felt. Aww. When the class lined up for recess, Spike was so upset that he swam into a corner by himself. I am not going, he said. You cannot make me. Ooh, look at this. We could do ordinal numbers with this. Who's first, second, third, fourth, and last? Good job in school. If you want to be alone, that is fine, but you still have to come outside, said Mrs. Kravitz. See what she carries around with her all the time? Spike knew he had to listen to Mrs. Kravitz, so he followed her out to the shipwreck. Ooh, some kind of ship. My baby bunny. It's been around the last few weeks. Good morning. I have a baby bunny in my yard. You can build a sculpture while you are all by yourself over here, said Mrs. Kravitz as she gathered rocks, shells, and seaweed. When I need time to think, I build sculptures, said Mrs. Kravitz. Her pile quickly turned into a beautiful sculpture. Spike decided to make his own. Those are pretty cool. The rest of the day passed quickly for Spike. At the end of his lessons, Spike stayed behind. He told Mrs. Kravitz he was sorry for misbehaving. The next morning, Spike was happy to see, who do you think was back? Miss Cuddle, back at school. Only one thing worried him. Did Mrs. Kravitz tell her that he had misbehaved? That means he didn't make good choices? What are you thinking? I don't know. Sometimes substitutes do leave notes and let the teachers know how the children behaved. Miss Cuddle swam over to Spike and said, Mrs. Kravitz told me about your sculpture. Would you like to share it at show and tell? What are you thinking? I bet yes. You bet, said Spike. I knew we would miss Miss Cuddle, Rainbow Fish said. Aww, so Miss Cuddle wasn't so bad after all. I wonder if he got back his coral that was shaped like a fish. Maybe at the end of the school year he got it back. Well, friends, this is the last story I'm reading to you this year. I hope you all have a great summer. I will miss you, but I will see you in VPK. I will be over to visit, and Christian, you'll be back with me next year, so yay, round 2. Have a great summer, everyone, and have a great rest of the day.